Welcome to Video Games Disney, where we explore the best Disney Park content to be featured in console video games. So crack out the old system and dust off the old disc, because it's time to get started with a game that'll let you race against your friends through the most magical place on Earth.
Welcome to Walt Disney World.
The music, Main Street, and the very PS1 extremely detailed Cinderella Castle. This is Walt Disney World Quest Magical Racing Tour. The clearly Mario Kart inspired platformer flew on store shelves in the year 2000, becoming available on PlayStation, PC, and the underrated Sega Dreamcast. There was also a Game Boy Color version, but that was completely different. Gamers would take control of a vehicle and race through 13 tracks, all themed to parts of Walt Disney World. So replacing Mario Kart's famous Rainbow Road and Bowser's Castle were classic tracks like Space Mountain and the Haunted Mansion. The game was, you know what? No, scratch that. The game is still a Disney Park fan's dream. It is awesome. Even with the old school graphics, the tracks alone provide enough detail to make any Disney Park fan smile. Speaking of the tracks, all of your favorite Disney World rides are recreated in racetrack form, with the track themselves actually mimicking the layout of the rides that inspired them. So Splash Mountain's finish line comes soon after its famous plunge. Rock and Roller Coaster zooms through a donut after launching you via a few boost ramps. And Pirates of the Caribbean includes a famous dog holding a special key with angry pirates on the other side of some bars. For Disney Park fans, it might pay to not even race at all. Instead, just take a stroll through the attraction at your leisure and recognize some of your favorite parts. To add to the ambiance of the Disney rides, each track includes the attraction's actual soundtrack. Well, outside of Rock and Roller Coaster. Guess they didn't want to pay Aerosmith. Zippity Doo Dah, Grim Grinning Ghosts, Yo-Ho, and my personal favorite, the Space Mountain theme from the 90s, which ironically only appeared in Disneyland's version of the ride, are all present. Now, we mentioned it before, and this generation of gaming included a number of Mario Kart ripoffs that put in minimal effort. But Walt Disney World Magical Racing Tour actually holds its own. The game runs nearly identical to the early versions of Mario Kart, and that's not a bad thing. Each Mario Kart power-up is substituted for something with a little more Disney pixie dust, if you catch my drift. You know how in Kart you'd earn your power-up via driving through a shiny box? Well, drive through a shiny Mickey balloon here. Who needs red and green shells when you could fire acorns? And forget bananas, make opponents spin by dropping teacups. It's all there. Now, unlike Mario Kart, there's no customizing vehicles, but every track puts the racers into unique quote-unquote karts to race in. You'll race in doom buggies and even snowmobiles for Blizzard Beach. Now, I'd be lying if I said it was perfect. It's really good, and if you're a parks person, it is borderline great. But there's one aspect that's a bit puzzling. That being its bizarre list of playable characters. Jiminy Cricket, Chip, and Dale were the only Disney characters in the game that players would recognize. The other 10 were a strange motley crew of original racers made for the game. Why Mickey, Donald, Goofy, Pluto, or Minnie weren't created as obvious choices remains a mystery. Maybe it has to do with the fact that Disney didn't technically publish the game themselves, but regardless, it's still a bit disappointing. Another Disney racing game would come out later in the year titled Mickey's Speedway USA, but it didn't include any Disney World magic. For that, you'll have to grab yourself a copy of Walt Disney World Quest Magical Racing Tour. I love the game, if you couldn't tell, and a remastered version, maybe with some VIP characters, would be a day one purchase for me. As for now, I'll have to dust off the old Dreamcast.
I hope you enjoyed this quick dive into one of my favorite Disney Park video games. If you want to explore the game yourself, it's currently on eBay for less than $20. Join us next time when we dive into the most astonishing recreation of a Disney park ever seen in a video game. And be sure to let us know which Disney game you'd like for us to explore by commenting your favorite below. I've been your host, Brian, and until next time,
Bye-bye.